Channel it.
Oh my god, it's like the slowest Monster Hunter weapon. Max charge. Okay, we go back to PoE 1. One more time.
1 second, 0.9 seconds.
Here we go.
Okay, Infernal Cry, and then we have Sunder.
Oh. Yes.
Okay. Well, let's kill some stuff.
So I don't generally do like opinion videos or you know, like patch note readings or anything like that, but there's probably a lot of people who are gonna ask about like my opinions on Path of Exile 2. I am not in Exilecon. I have not played the game personally, so I don't know how, you know, how it feels, but it looks very slow, but apparently they wanted to make it look slow because apparently if you show the animations in slower motion, it looks better and shows the game better. I kind of fear that they are showing the game in a different version than it's actually going to be once you have like good gear in the campaign and, you know, properly linked abilities and stuff. So I feel like they're like showing a different product than what they're actually making, but it's probably way too early to tell. And yeah, I'm not gonna form any strong opinions on the game before trying it. The beta is a year away, so the earliest anyone's ever actually gonna play the beta client is in a year. So the actual release is probably 2 years away. I am excited to play something new. The game looks beautiful. The sound, the art design, the animations, the skill effects, the environments, everything looks like stellar, like current tier ARPG, you know. However, I'm worried about like the pace of the game. There's a couple of things. The utility flasks are nerfed. Quicksilver flask is gone. The crafting bench is gone. Scouring orb, alteration orb is gone. All of these things are just gone. We don't know what other orbs come in. We don't know how crafting changes, of course, with those things in mind. But those things are pretty scary. I'm sure you can still spec into movement speed and, you know, go fast, but probably definitely not as fast as in PoE 1, which might be a downside. But they are keeping the games separate, so maybe they can speed up PoE 1 again and have that be the Zoom game and have PoE 2 be the Dark Souls of ARPGs, where you have to dodge roll out of every boss attack. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Surely they haven't slowed down PoE 1 for the past 2 years to prepare for PoE 2 and then split the games anyway, right? Surely. Surely they'll speed PoE back up and pump the loot back. We'll see. I don't have any strong opinions on PoE 2 because, like I said, it's so far away and I haven't played it. The fact that you can't roll through mobs is kind of weird. It looks weird to be like surrounded by mobs and then not even being able to like roll out. It's weird that like the dodge roll doesn't give you phasing for a second or whatever. It seems like you're just like surrounded and you're just screwed, which seems a bit odd, but again, that might change in a month or in a year or whatever. Scion gone, goodbye. However, we have like 5 new classes, or how many? How many new classes? There's the Monk, Sorcerer, Warrior, Huntress, and Druid. Yeah, 5 new classes. That's cool. All of these have their own ascendancies, so there's gonna be a lot of ascendancies. Someone did the math. I think it's 36, but that is a lot of different classes to play. The spirit stuff looks really interesting. It seems like Aura bots are here to stay because Mark is still working at GGG, so we will have Aura bots or some sort of support characters.
In PoE 2, have we considered group play in a more diverse way than just Aura bot plus carry?
Uh-oh.
Wanna grab that one, Max?
I like my Aura bots.
Based!
We don't have to
Yes!
get
There is now a new resource called Spirit, which you're going to use to reserve auras and summon minions. We'll see how that works. Again, we don't have any endgame footage or endgame stuff or passive tree. There's no point in, you know, just complete conjecture about that. I'm talking about a game that's like 2 years away. Overall, TLDR, TLDW, excited for PoE 2 because it's something new. Little worried about the splitting of 2 games and splitting the player base into 30 different leagues. I tweeted it out a couple of hours ago. I just wrote it down how many different leagues there will be. When PoE 2 comes out, these are all different ways to play the game, okay? PoE 2 doesn't have Ruthless because it's already kind of Ruthless, so it doesn't need Ruthless, but these are all the ways that the player base is going to be fractured, not including private leagues or race seasons or console or mobile or anything like that, void leagues. That is a lot of different league flags and game flags, and I'm hoping that the trade league population doesn't take a hit because of that. If they stagger the league releases and you know, there is enough interest in both games, that's awesome. We've yet to, you know, we wait and see. Apparently the last couple of leagues have been made by a basically skeleton crew of 20 people, and the other 150 or whatever are working on PoE 2. So, you know, if that's true, that kind of shows, especially on Crucible and Calandra. But they also made Sanctum, which was a banger league, and it's coming back next league, so that's exciting. And they can yoink art stuff from PoE 2. For example, like the Sanctum areas were made for PoE 2, and they, you know, yoinked them to use in PoE 1. So there is cross-pollination. Next league looks weird. It looks weird as hell. You build your fantasy football team. I don't know. I'm hoping it's kind of like Blight, where if you have a strong character, you don't need to build towers. And you don't need to worry about gearing your followers only for them to lose their gear every tournament. And hopefully if you get a strong character, you just rush the other side and blast the dudes and not having to worry about football player positioning on the field. But, you know, they have pulled off some weird shit in the past. Like, Harvest was pretty weird, and Blight is pretty weird if you think about it. Sanctum is pretty weird. Like, they're adding different game genres and trying to make them work in Path of Exile, and they have pulled it off in the past, so I'm not gonna knock it until I try. I mean, new PoE stuff, always excited for that. League is pretty far still, 3 weeks off almost, and PoE 2 is 2 years off, so. But in a year, we'll get to try the beta. So until then, I'll be here playing PoE 1 and some other games. Oh yeah, I wanted to add earlier how it clearly shows that everyone who is on stage talking about their job at GGG have been incredibly like passionate and like really, really into what they're doing, and that's been really cool to see. The graphics guy, the sound people.
There will be a spoon.
What is it gonna do?
You figure that out.
You figure it out.
Is it really a,
Freeze
is it really
bot
a Path of
support.
Exile game
It's
if you don't have a
Is there a
headhunter?
headhunter? Okay, good. There is a headhunter. Okay, good. Headhunter confirmed.
So,
Okay, we're good.
They might
PoE
be
2
slightly
is
different
saved.
to what you might be used to, you know.
Gang, gang.
The next clip's really just to show off, because it'll be cool on the sound system to hear some of the sound design we've done on the bosses.
We're stone and metal. Oh, the loot's dropping.
Pretty much every boss in Path of Exile 2 is unique, so music has to match this concept.
Oh shit.
I've got an example from the Act 2. It's Fight with the Perennial King. Let's take a listen.
Aww. Damn, that's sick. Damn.
Why don't you guys come up together and make the ultimate game?
It's a hell of a group. I think we could do it if the personalities didn't clash too much.
Yeah, this is my brother. It's very hard to work with a sibling. But yeah, no, I mean that.
I'm in. We've collaborated so much over the years in terms of sharing stuff, and we got David on as an advisor for helping us with our Chinese launch and so on, and we are sharing ideas and showing each other what we're working on, regardless of whether it's for the same company or not. So our DNA is spread across all the games we've worked on.
Everyone has been like really into into either the game or their job, which is working on the game. So it's like that was really cool to see.
I drowned myself and my wife.
Thanks for watching. Wow, what a great end to the video. Amazing.